Get ready with me while I share some facts that got me put into therapy. My childhood best friend's family tried to rob my house, broke inside, and then all went missing, and we found witchcraft inside of their house with a circle of salt and poop smeared on the walls. I used to fake being sick, and my family decided to take me to the hospital when I told them I was so bad I couldn't even stand up. They take me to the hospital, and they find out that I absorbed my triplet in the womb. Yes, I'm a twin. And they find all of its bones inside of my abdomen. My dad has violent road rage, and growing up, he would take a gallon of milk when we went to the store and throw it out the window at people's car windshields. And then one time we were on the highway, this man swerved in front of him. He swerves back and hands me a jar full of coins and has me throw them out the window. My first ever high school party, I got so drunk I was sitting in a circle with my high school bullies who were calling me gay. So I took the bottle I was holding and shatter it all over all of their faces. And then I think the best idea is to fake pass out. And when everyone's like, we know you're not passed out, I get up, run upstairs, start hysterically crying as they lock me out of the party. I catfished a man on Clash of Clans into believing I was a 40-year-old woman named Rose until a year later he's asking me to send him my information so he can get me a flight to Texas to move out of his foreclosed house. So I have my mom call him up, break up with him, and tell her that she's dying. The first guy I ever dated got deported on my birthday. I drive him to the airport. 12 hours later, I see on his story that he's back with his wife and kids. On the first day of college, I wake up blackout drunk in the hallway, naked with no key card. My roommate's not in the room answering the door. Luckily, by the grace of God, this girl goes to the bathroom, wraps a sweatshirt around my dingling. We go downstairs to look for someone to let us into my room. No one's working. We have to walk 25 minutes across campus. I'm literally butt naked besides a hoodie wrapped around my junk. We can't find anyone. She has to let me sleep in her room on the first night and never spoke to me again. I used to bully myself anonymously on my friend's Ask FMs until one day I posted it on my birthday and my friend's like, no, my brother's a good computer hacker. We're gonna find out who this is. I confess everything. They tell on me to the principal. I literally get out of school suspension for 2 weeks and none of my friends talk to me anymore. I took 2 tabs of acid alone and violently tripped to Shane Dawson conspiracy theories for 7 hours until I self-diagnosed myself with a brain tumor. I rushed myself to the on-campus medical center where they diagnosed me with mumps, which I thought was a prehistoric condition. While I'm waiting in the waiting room, I get a text from my art history teacher being like, see you all in 10 minutes. And I realized I had a mandatory play to attend. I rushed there. There's no more seats left besides sitting next to my teacher who makes conversation the entire play while I'm violently tripping at her. At intermission, I stare my teacher in her eyes and I go, I'm having violent diarrhea. I need to leave. She's like, okay. I leave, go back to my dorm room, take another tab of acid, and watch Grey's Anatomy for 7 hours thinking I'm going to figure out how to figure out mumps. I was in a near-fatal plane crash in which my plane was the only one that decided to try to land into a 5-foot snowstorm. The plane was literally bending its wings backwards trying to land. We were in the sky for 7 hours when it was supposed to only be a 2-hour flight. Everyone on board is hysterically crying, praying that if we don't die, we'll all become religious. 2 days later, after landing, I got a cross tattoo, and I've prayed every day since. We can finally land. We landed to a 5-foot pile of snow. We have to be literally dragged by a crane to the entrance to the airport. There are thousands of people sleeping on their bags, which means I can't find anywhere to plug in my phone. It's on 1% for 4 hours until I finally find a bathroom where there's no one. These men come in and start closing the door behind me. I take my suitcase, barge through them. I'm literally running away from them. I have to hide outside. They come outside. Then I finally go up to this family. I'm like, please let me sit with you. These men are following us. They circle around the table for 6 hours until finally my mom can get there. You've heard nothing though. That's like the PG version.